I tried renaming. It doesn't seem like I have the ability to. Is the thing. Oh, I see.
你朋友也有参加这个活动。
That's weird. Here. By the way, does anyone have like the Zoom link for this class? If you do, could you send this to me? Because a student needs the Zoom link, but it seems like my Zoom link is tied to me, so I need like a participant Zoom link if you know what I mean.
In progress.
Oh, sorry. Oh, think about it. Okay. So I really Yung Ki, could you join with that link and could you leave the meeting? Let me see. There we go. Okay. And you guys can send me the answers to the homework for now, okay? Oh, let me go back. What did we need before? Sorry, I'm thinking of things from the moment. Cool. Okay. Let's go back. Yeah, I'll give you guys in a minute or so. Okay, are you guys done? Do you guys need more time? Type in yes or no. Um, can you type in public chat, guys? I can't see anything right now. Yeah, we have some technical difficulties, so try and type yes or no if you guys are done or not in public chat. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so are you guys done? Okay, I guess let's start with question one. So here's how the class works again. You load the answer into chat for each of the questions on the screen, and then we all press enter at the same time, okay? So for the first question, can you guys load the answer into chat? Okay. And then press enter in 3, 2, 1, press enter. I don't see anything. Are you guys pressing enter? Hello? Hello? Edward, can you say something?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yes. Did anyone like type in everyone like your answers, okay?
Well, I don't know what the prime factorization is yet.
We went over this last class. I think you were here, right? Where we did
Yeah,
our factories?
Wait, was the last class last week?
Yes, yes, it was last week.
I don't seem to remember the
Okay, well,
factorization. I just remember least common and greatest common fact, multiple and
I
fact.
see, I see. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see. Oh, here, let me just start on it and then we can solve these together, okay? So you remember the factor tree, right? Where you factor those into prime factors, the prime factor tree. So then after yep, okay. So this is the prime factor tree right here. we factor these into numbers. So basically for like 144, we know that that can be divided by 12 and you get 12. And then after that, you can divide that by 2 and 6, 2 and 6, and then we end up with this factor tree. And basically all I'm asking you is to get the prime numbers. So who here remembers what a prime number is? Anyone?
A number that can only be divided by 1.
Yes. Oh, okay. Bowen, what's up?
Prime number is like a number that it can only be divided by 2 in itself.
Yes, yes. Yep. Okay. So here, Bowen, let me ask you a question. So in this factor tree, what numbers are the prime numbers of this factor tree?
3. I
Okay,
can only find 3.
Okay, and then what else?
I don't see any more.
So let's see. Think about what I said last class. What special number is even but it's also a prime factor?
2 and 2.
Yes, 2. There you go. So the prime factors of 144, we can see that there are 4 2s and 2 3s. So we write out this prime factorization as 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3 for 144. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Now let's do least common multiple of 3 and 48. So Edward, you were here last class, right?
Yeah.
What's your answer for question 2?
All right. Gotta switch to 1.
Oh, you gotta finish it. Okay. Bowen, do you have the answer or no? Bowen, you have the answer for question 2?
So we're supposed to answer the question 2.
Yeah.
Question 2 is I think it's 48.
So the least common multiple is 48.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Ian, you're right. It's also, you can also times it together, or you can write it out as a list for question 1. Okay. So how about let's do least common multiple of 3 and 48. So again, we do our factor trees. So Edward, do you remember the definition of the least common multiple?
I think it was something like the kind of like the prime factorization or something.
So we use the same method, yeah?
Yeah.
What we're trying to do.
Trying to find like, I believe was like the smallest number that couldn't, the smallest prime number.
Mhm.
And like
Yep.
you put them in a pattern like for 48, 2, 2,
so-
3, 2, which you just did.
So
2, 2.
yeah, so remember we compare the prime factors of the two numbers. So for 3 and 48, what two prime numbers are similar? So you see this 3 here and 48. I drew out the factor tree. What two prime factors between those two numbers are similar?
They both have 2 and 3.
Oh, they only have 3 because 3 doesn't have 2 as a prime factor, right? So you see this and this,
Like,
right? So this
Yeah.
means that 3 is common and then the 2's are not common. So what we do is that we take the common 3 right here, times it by the unique numbers, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which results in 48. So Bowen, you were right. The least common multiple of 3 and 48 is 48. Okay, and now let's go quickly to the greatest common factor. Lori, you were here last class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you remember the definition of a greatest common factor?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you explain to me?
Okay, so the definition of a greatest common factor is like you factorize it and you find like the greatest factors that are the same.
Yes. So basically, you do the same method, but instead of comparing the two numbers in the prime factors, all we do is that we compare them and see what is in common. So we do again the factor tree, like Lori said, and we compare the factors and see which two are common. So Lori, which two prime factors are common between 12 and 28?
That is 4.
Yes, 4 or 2 times 2. Yes. So the greatest common factor for number 3, well, the answer to number 3 is 4 because they have two prime numbers that is shared between 12 and 28, which means that the answer is 2 times 2 or 4. Okay? Cool. And I think you guys got this. I don't think I need to explain number 4 either. Okay? So let's move on to the next slide. So announcements, we're going to do quiz for today. If you haven't done last class, you don't have to take the quiz. But yeah, this time the quiz will be in a new format, so you guys can try it out. Tell me if you like it or not. Instead of Google Forms, we'll be using quizzes. Has anyone here used quizzes before?
Like what kind of quiz? Like Microsoft Forms or like Google Forms, or is it not Forms at all?
It's a kind of like a Kahoot almost.
Kahoot?
Yeah, like Quizlet Kahoot combination.
Do you guys know what Bucket is?
Can you say that again?
Do you know what Bucket is?
Yeah.
Is it kind of like the classic mode on Bucket?
Yes. Kind of. Okay, yes. Hey Eric, can you send the link? There you go. Okay. You can join that. And then we can get started and then tell me when you guys are done, okay? This will be by your own pace. There's a timer for each question for 45 seconds. And once you guys are done, you can tell me and then we can move on. Sound good? Okay.
Let's go. I think I've done this before.
Okay, cool. Can anyone access it?
I accessed it, but I don't think I'll be doing very good because I don't really. I like the music.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like you're in. I can hear the music. Okay, anyone else? You guys good? Again, if you haven't done last class, you don't have to take the quiz. And then, yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, please do. Just start. This is on your own pace. Again, if you have any questions, you can direct message me or direct message Eric, okay? And again, Eric is our teacher assistant. He is going to help with any questions that you guys have, and you can direct message him at any time. Okay, cool. Is everyone done? Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes then. Okay, are you guys done? Yes? Okay,
It still has 4.
what can you say again? Hello?
I said I still have 4.
Okay, cool.
Mr.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Yeah?
I've done rounding before. It's basically estimation.
Yes, yes. So this lesson should be pretty sure for you then, yeah. You should probably pretty good, yeah. You should probably be pretty good with most of rounding then. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, you guys done? Okay, so let's move on to rounding. This will be a pretty quick lesson. We're just reviewing on how to round. Again, this is very important because in like the future in middle school or high school, you'll be rounding a lot and a lot of big numbers with word problems and things like that on the SAT as well. So you guys should be really familiar with rounding. So this will be just a review of those concepts, okay? So again, this is a review of rounding. So the definition of rounding is we take a number and we simplify that into a value that is close to the number. So for example, if we have 53, we round that to 50. And we have 1,394, we round that to 1,000 if rounded by the thousands. And you can see that on the bottom left, we have the thousands, hundreds, and tens. And that's how we keep track of the position on where we round. Okay? Pretty simple. Now let's go on to the next slide. So for the steps of rounding, first, you look at a number and then that you want to round, of course, and then you look at the position to where you want to round at. So like tens, the hundreds, or the thousands. And then after that, you move one digit to the right and look at that digit. If that digit is less than 5, if it has a 1, 2, 3, or 4, then you round down to 0. Otherwise, if it has a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you put 0, but you add one digit to the one that you're looking at. So for example, like for 53, we saw that, oh, it was not enough. So we write 50 instead. We change that 3 into a 0. On the other hand, for example, if it was 55, then first we change that 5 to a 0, and then we add 1 to the 50, and that'll become 60. Okay? So again, let me draw this out. So for 55, we first take this, and we turn that to 0, and then we add 1 to the first digit that we're looking at, which is tens, and then we get 60. Okay? Sound good? Cool. Let's move on to some practice problems then. Oh, well, okay. More examples, never mind. So again, 85 to tens place is 90. So this is tens, this is tens. So for 85, 8 is at the tens place. Then we go 1 digit to the right. We have 85. Since 5 is greater than 4, we round up and add 1 to the first digit, making it 90. So 8 plus 1 is 9, and we change the 5 to 0. And if it was less, we remove whatever number and replace it with 0 again. Cool. So now let's do some practice problems, okay? Again, you guys can send the answers to Eric or me, and then we can both check. And then at the end, I'll ask you guys to load the answer into chat, and then you can press enter at the same time. Cool. Bowen, you can direct message, but don't send it to everyone in chat. You're good. Well, we'll see if everyone else got the same answer as you. Okay, seems like most of you guys are done. So let's load the answer to the first question in chat. And we'll press enter in 3, 2, 1, press enter. Okay, good, yeah. Yep, it's just 50. So we first look at where we're checking the tens. And then this is the tens right here. And then we look at the number before. So 7 is greater than 5. So in this case, well, 4. In this case, that means that we'll round up basically. So we add 1 to the 47 and we change the 7 to 0. So in turn, we get 50. Okay? Now let's do the second question. Load the answer into the second question into chat, and we'll press enter in 3, 2, 1, press enter. Okay. Anyone else? Let's see, 2 people put answer into, oh, sorry, 3 people. Anyone else? Okay, let's go over number 2 then. So again, we check our position. It's very important that you first check position. So in this case, we have tens. That's our position. So we need first check where the tens are, and that is on the 20. So after we check our position, we go 1 digit to the right, which is 6, and then we check that. So is 6 greater than 4? Yes, it is greater than 4. So in this case, we round up. So for 4,726, we change the 6 to 0, and then we add 1 to the 2. So we get 4,730. Cool? You got that? Yes? Okay. Now let's go to the other question. You can load answer into chat in 3, 2, 1, press enter. Okay, I see Edward's answer. I see Julia's answer. Okay, okay. Anyone else? So we got 1,250. We also got 1,200, and we got 1,300. Yeah, 3 different answers. Wonder which one of these is correct. Okay, great. More people answered. Okay, let's go over it then. So yes, Donald. So we first checked for rounding to, and this time I changed it up. This time I changed to hundreds. So now instead of checking the tens, which is the 4, we check the 2 instead. And then we go to the right of 1 digit. Alan, this class is about 1 hour long, so we'll be done in about 20 minutes. Rounding shouldn't take that long. So again, we check is 4 greater than 4? No, 4 is not greater than 4. Since 4 is not greater than 4, it's less than 5. We round down. So in this case, we just change the 4 to 0, and then anything to the right as well to 0. Okay? And that's how you round down. So again, all the numbers to the right of the position that we're checking become zeros, and then we determine if we need to add 1 or leave it the same if we're rounding. Cool? Okay, so the answer was 1,200. Okay, let's move on to the 4th question, and you guys can type in the answer into chat, and we'll press enter to give you guys a little more time. Okay, we'll press enter in 3, 2, 1, press enter. Okay, good, Julia, good. Anyone else? I'm just checking if you guys are answering the question. That's it. It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. Just press enter, and then you can compare answers. And then we can see, you can compare, and I'll go over how to do the answer correctly. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, most of you guys got that correct. Yeah. So again, this time I'm going back to tens. 7, we 1 digit to the right. 3 is not greater than 4. So in this case, we round down again. So yeah, 12,373. We change it to 0, and we don't add 1 because we round it down. So we get 12,370. Cool. Okay. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now we're going to do rounding decimals. Does anyone know what decimals are? Can anyone explain what decimals are? Okay, sure, Bowen. Wanna go?
Decimals are just like a whole number, except that has there's like a decimal point, and there's like a whole number, and then there's a decimal point, and then there's like there's like digits and like numbers after it, like the 10th digit, the 100th digit, and the 1000th digits, and it's just like regular numbers, except they're smaller than, except they're like 1 point, like say the decimal number is like 1.234 or something like that. It's basically like
Okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
I can't really understand you. Could you explain it in like a few words? Not like a sentence. I think you talk a little too fast. Yeah.
So like decimals are just like whole numbers, except they're like a whole number with the decimal point, and then behind it there's like numbers, like whole numbers behind it, like that.
Yeah. So basically decimals is how close are you to like a whole number basically. So for example, if we have a 1.1, this is basically a tenth of the way to a whole number, to 2. And if we have 1.5, it is halfway. And basically these decimals represent almost like fractions and things like that. Okay? Yes, it can also be endless. If you have like, for example, 1/3 as a fraction, that would equal 0.3 repeating. Okay, you guys know the symbol, the horizontal line? That just means that it is this going to a long time. Yep. Yes, it can also change fractions. Yeah. But today we're doing decimal points and we will be rounding decimal points. So again, for decimals, there are specific words on how, no, well, there's specific names for the positions, okay? So here's the decimal point. The first digit behind the decimal point is a tenth or tenths. Second digit is hundreds. Third digit, thousands. And fourth digit, 10,000s. Okay? So first digit, again, tenths. Second digit, hundreds. Third, thousands. And then fourth, 10,000s. So if you move this digit to like all the way at the end or at anywhere, you can kind of see that, okay, this will be tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s as well. So you guys can kind of see that on how the naming scheme works. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the explanation. So, for example, we have 5.47. So again, this is kind of like 547. We just look at the 10th, which is the digit next to the decimal point, which is 4. Compare to 7, 7's higher. So then we round up. And we get 5.50. And we can simplify that to just 5.5. We don't need the 0 at the end. Okay? Does that make sense? It's just like normal whole numbers, just that you add a decimal point. And honestly, that doesn't really matter. This method is still the same, just that the way that we call them is different. So tenths, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s is what we call them now for decimals. Cool. So let's do some practice problems. And I'll give you guys a few minutes to finish these. Mhm. Okay, okay. Remember, you guys can do direct message. You don't have to type in everyone. Well, let me see. Well, you know what? Let's start. Seems like most of you guys are done anyways. So let's learn the answer to the first question in chat, and we can see if you guys got it correct or not. And press enter in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Yep. So you guys, most of you guys got that. So we checked the position again. Hundreds, not hundreds, but hundreds. So looking at the decimal. So in this case, this is the decimal we look at. This is tenths right here. This is hundreds. And then we move and check the number to the right. You see that it's 4. 4, sadly, is not greater than 4. It's the same as 4. So it rounds down. So in this case, we just replace that with a 0 and we get 5.37 as our answer. Cool. Now let's move on to the second question. Load the answer to that and press enter in 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, okay. Most of you got that, yeah. Again, we check our position 10th. So this is 10th, check 2. 2 is not greater than 4, again, so we round down, replace that with a 0. So again, we just move the number and we just get 5,823.3. Now let's move on to the third question now. Press enter in 3, 2, okay, 1, go. Richard, you're a bit early. Let's see, okay. Okay. You have some different answers. Okay, here, let me ask someone. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see, let me ask Eric. Sorry, Edward. What number is in the thousandth position? Oh yeah. Okay. Eric. What number is the thousandth position? Oh, okay. Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me? What number is in the thousandth position? Yes, 9. Yes. So we checked 9. I see most of you guys checked the 7, but no, it's not the hundredth. It's the thousandth. So we checked the 9. So now go back. Here, this is 8. Round up. And then we see that, oh, this becomes 0 plus 1. This becomes 8. And then I guess for some of you, for some reason you guys just left this at 7, but no, it's just 1,230.48. Okay. Cool. Some of you guys got that. Some of you guys got 0.7. And yeah. Okay. Cool. Now let's do the last one. Press enter in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, good. So let's see. Bowen, what number is in the 10,000th position?
The number in the 10,000th place is the 7, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, the 7, yeah. It's a 7. So now we check the 7 and we do it again. 3 is not greater than 4, so we round down. We get 0.0047. And that's our answer. And most of you guys got that, which is good. Cool. Lori, what do you mean by no 3?
I
This
accidentally typed 0.00473. So I said no 3 because I accidentally.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. You're being smart. I see. Okay. So that was pretty good. Now let's move on to some word problems. Woo. So now let me tie this into how you guys can use rounding in real math. So these are pretty simple. Again, let me just do these. So again, a deck of cards costs $1.89, and I want to round to the closest dollar. So in my mind, I was like, okay, this is an 8. That is greater than 5. So we get $2, and we can use that to really see that, oh, this deck of cards is not close to $1, but it's close to $2. So that extra 89 cents make it close to $2. Okay. Now, what about for the gallon of milk? So now I check, and I want to see how close is it to 5 or 6. And I see that since it's a 3, it's actually closer to the 5. So a gallon more of milk is going to cost more or less $5 instead of $6. Yep. Okay. So now let's go on to the second word question. Now, you have some multiplication we need to do now. Again, you guys can send me the answers in direct message, or you can send it to Eric. These shouldn't be too hard. Should take a few minutes. Okay, let me clarify something. We never round first. We round after we get a result. So you see that what I put is round your result to the nearest dollar. I don't want you to round this first. I want to round the result first. Sorry, I want to round the result last. We never round the cost. We always round the result. And that's going to be very important to know, okay? Okay, seems you guys, let's do the first question then. So let's load the answer into chat and press enter in 3, 2, 1, press enter. Okay. Okay, so let's go over the first question. we have 4 times 2.57, and I use this. Oh, this is a bad placement. 4, I do 8, 2, 2, 2, and this is a 10, so I got 10.20, $10.28. And now let's round to the nearest dollar. And so I'll round to the nearest dollar, which is this. I check the 2. 2 is less than 5, so we round down, and in turn we get $10. So the total cost of 4 pillows is about $10, close to $10. Okay. Now let's do the loaf of bread. Load the answers for question 2 and press enter in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's do question 2 now. So again, I multiply the amount of dollars per loaf by 3, 6, 1, 2, 11.16, so $11.16. Now round to the closest dollar again. Check the 1 right here. This is less than 4 or 5. Sorry, less than 5. So the 3 loaves of bread will be closest to $11 in total cost. Cool. Okay. And that'll be all. I believe that is all. And yep, ran out of time. So again, pick up to the end. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Cool. Adios.
Bye. Thank you. See you
Bye.
next time. Bye.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, yes. Don't forget. This is your homework. Yes. Okay. Yep. Does anyone have any questions? Young Ki, you have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, all.
No, pues 60 pesos.
Hello?
What's up?
Where are you? Okay.
I'm on the bus.
I'll talk to you later. Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.